Welcome to OrasiLabs. This video is intended to give non-administrative users an overview of OrasiLabs. At the end of this video, you should understand what OrasiLabs is used for, how to get started, and where to go for additional information. OrasiLabs is used to define and spin up environments in the cloud. The environments can then be used as a standalone environment or can be used as part of a training class that is defined in OrasiLabs. When your account is created, you will receive an email with the URL and login information. Now, I'm using a different URL for this demo, but you'll want to find the one specific to your organization. Over on the left, we can navigate to the different areas. I'll give you a brief overview of each of these, and then there'll be additional videos that'll go more in depth into each of these areas. This dashboard page gives users important information regarding relevant activity in OrasiLabs. You can get a glimpse of things like upcoming classes that you're assigned to, any labs that are scheduled. Each user can customize the widgets that are being shown here, and you can do that by going to the My Profile page and then selecting this Widgets tab. So once you log in, you'll want to explore those and make sure you are displaying the relevant information. Here under My Profile is also where you can change your contact information and password. Now, one of the main activities that you'll probably be doing in OrasiLabs is creating environments, and that is done here under Lab Templates. Lab Templates define things like the operating system and machine size of each of the environments, and it's also where you will install and configure any necessary software that's going to be part of your environment. Here I can see any lab templates that I have access to and some high-level information about each one. Now, many of these were created by someone else, so I'll be limited in what I can do, but clicking the name will give additional information about the lab template. Now, I could make a copy if I wanted to use this as a starting point. There are 2 additional videos that give additional details on how to create lab templates. I'll point you to those additional videos at the end. Libraries gives you a way to push files out to the instructor and student machines either before or during a class. Libraries are defined here, and then files can be added. These libraries are then associated with a class so that the instructor and student machines receive the files. The classes area is, of course, where classes will be scheduled and delivered. Keep in mind that there'll be other videos to cover class creation and delivery in detail, but for now, let's just get a high-level look at what's involved in a class. If we open up this class and take a closer look, I can see here under details the basic logistics that have been defined, things like start date, end date. We also have an instructor that's been assigned. Here towards the bottom, we can see how this is tied back to some of the other concepts we've seen. Here I'm pointing to a lab template, and as I mentioned earlier, lab template can define an environment, and here it's going to define the environment that will be used for the hands-on activities for this class. So when the instructor starts this class, the students and instructor will all get an environment that matches this template. This class is also pointed to a library, which again contains files that will be pushed to the student and instructor machines. And of course, students have also been assigned to this class, and they've all gotten an email telling them that they've been assigned to class and giving them the link to log in. Speaking of students, the student area over here contains information on all students that have been registered for a class in OrasiLabs. Students can be added here or when they are registered for a particular class. Now, the last area I want to point out is the help link here in the top right. 2 main areas that you'll find here. The Getting Started tab is where you'll find additional help videos. You'll see there are several out there, including some that'll walk you through how to create a lab template. This list will continue to evolve as new functionality is released. The Report a Problem is where you can submit any issues that you come across or questions you might have. If you have a feature request, we'd love to hear that as well. Hopefully that gave you a quick look into what OrasiLabs is all about. As a next step, I recommend you go ahead and explore lab templates in more detail so that you can create your first environment.